Hi guys, Zeneros here, and I want to kind of shed some light on kind of my thoughts, what's going on, and what this quotation hardcore wipe is for Escape from Tarkov right now. So, as it sits, we have no quests at the start of this, and these are all my early thoughts and how I feel. I have not jumped in the rating or anything like that yet. I am going to. Um, I'm actually doing that live right now. But our traders are locked at level 1. We have no quests from any of them. Like nothing. So that's a little rough. Um, the price of items have gone up. Like one staple example here, I do believe this was 1.15 million rubles, and it is now 1.84 million rubles. So obviously, the price of everything has gone up. The price of selling stuff has gone down. That is one thing that they mentioned. Um, Meds have been nerfed. Some of them have. You still have your 3 Clodic. You still have your same valued numbers on your meds here. Bandages are still the same. Your CMS kits, instead of 5, are now 3. There was another one. What was the other one? Oh, the Vaseline is no longer 6. It is now 3. I think that's kind of a big oof, but I could understand that from a hardcore standard uh, point of view. I can understand that. That's okay. Make us strive a little harder for meds. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I have been paying attention to a few other streamers as well. Um, One thing I have noticed is that certain extracts no longer exist. Right now, currently, people are able to, you can go anywhere. You can go to any map right now, which I find a little weird because I know they said that there was going to be stuff locked behind transitions and whatnot. So I do find that a little odd. But for prime example, to explain what I'm talking about, like some extracts are just gone. Ruaf in customs is gone. No longer there. Can't extract through Ruaf anymore. Never said anything about taking the extracts away, but I guess now we do know. Um, so yeah, obviously traders are locked. You can see here you cannot even though I have the unheard edition, I have the rep for multiple traders. All I'd have to do was sell stuff and get to the required level. No, they thought of that. They made the minimum level for level 2 traders level 80. And not just on one, but all of the traders are level 80. You cannot unlock Jaeger because you have no tasks to do anything. So you can't unlock Jaeger. You cannot unlock Ref. So my base point, and we're guesstimating right now. Like all of us are guesstimating right now that the no quest thing is probably going to last up to a week. Now, it would be okay in my eyes. It would be all right if like the no quest thing lasted for a few days, like 2, maybe 3 days at max. I'd be okay with that. Only for the simple reason it's gonna start getting repetitive. People are going to get bored and just start ratting for no reason or whatever it may be. Yes, we don't have a flea market. It's cool. Having no flea market does kind of keep the cheaters out, keeps the RMT out. It I'm not saying the cheaters won't exist, but they will be a lot fewer with no flea. So that's a good thing. I do appreciate that. That is kind of cool. I I think if that's honestly, if that's what it takes to kind of keep cheaters out of the game is just take out the flea market, quite honestly, I'd almost rather a permanent take it out. And I mean, call me crazy, but hey, if that lowered the cheater count, I I'd be okay with that. Play the game. You want to sell stuff, sell it to traders. That's what they're there for. But I don't know. I mean, not having quests really makes it feel very soulless right now. So I guess we'll see how I feel after I play a bit and I try to take in what they're attempting to do. So I guess we'll see what happens. Um, Obviously, I'm stacked up on MP5s right now. I got in as soon as the servers went live. Everybody started selling all their stuff out of their stash. I took advantage at Fence here, and as soon as they popped up, if they had 100% durability on the MP5s, I was buying them out. Just buying them out. I did not care. Buy them all because I think one of the strongest things that I'm going to go with, at least starting into this hardcore wipe, is going with MP5s. I have the MP7 from the Unheard Edition, and I have a load of M4s. I bought a couple extra, so that's basically the way it is. I'm going to keep a few extra pistols on hand in case I want to do some pistol runs. It's kind of where I'm sitting with it. Yeah, meds are absolutely, you cannot put any sort of meds except for stems in your secure container. Obviously, I haven't tried if you can shove anything else in here. I think you can shove hideout items in there. Looks like you can throw some clothing items in. Yeah, see, hideout items, or quote unquote junk. Um, I don't know. Honestly, I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts. I want to hear opinions of how everybody feels. Where I currently stand, I'm a little on the fence with not having the quests. Yes, it's cool. We can hurry up. It's almost like having early access. We can hurry up, we can grind a bunch of hideout items. Everybody's going to be roughly in the same playing field because they're not buying items left and right from traders, hurrying up, rushing their traders up to a high level so that way they can buy better items. I can understand. So, do I think that there's a positive and a negative to all this? Yes. Do I like the fact that we don't have our quests? No. At least if I would have at least liked to have had Jaeger. Starting some of Jaeger's like bolty tasks and everything else would have been nice to start. It would have been nice, but it's okay. Everybody's going to be on the same playing field. We're going to jump into this on stream, try and see how it feels. I'm going to play with the MP5 and we're just going to see what happens. Might stream for a couple hours. If I feel like it's getting too grindy, too stagnant, whatever, I may switch over to PvE until they release the quests. I don't know yet because I don't want to be behind. See, it's a give and a take. I don't want to be behind on my hideout when they do release the quest, or be behind because I don't have certain items. So I don't I don't know. It it's very mixed signals and feelings right now of where I want to play, I want to grab all this loot and get it and get out and be ready for when the quests come out. But if I have to sit here and do the exact same thing for a week without having any objectives, any quests, anything to kind of propel me and push me further, I'm going to feel like the game is soulless and I'm going to get bored. So there may be a day or two in between of where I do play on PvE or kind of take a day off just to kind of breathe and relax. Um, we'll just have to wait and see how fun it actually is as it is. Probably start off on customs as my first one. We'll see how it goes and we'll go from there. So give me your guys' opinions. I'd love to hear them only for the simple reason I'm curious. I want to know what everybody else thinks. If I'm just being whiny or if I'm just too stuck in the ways of where I love my quests and I just want to grind my quests out. Um, Let me know. I'm curious. I'm curious to know what everybody else thinks about this wipe. Is it garbage or is it gold? Let me know and I will catch you guys later. Bye.